flexion. What is it and why is it important for pole dancers?
What does it all mean, Basil?
A good range of hip flexion for a normal person, like non-pole dancer, is around 90 degrees. But for more advanced pole dancers, this range is usually close to around 120 degrees. We use this position of hip flexion all over the place when we pole. Pike positions, the front leg in split tricks, we use it in inversions, and we also combine it with hip abduction and rotation to create all those straddles. It's our hip flexors which contract to bring our legs close to our torso, and at the same time the opposing muscles, primarily our hamstrings, are lengthened. Although strengthening our hip flexors is clearly important, hamstrings have been reported as one of the most common injury sites for pole dancers, so it's important for us to strengthen our hammies as well, so that they can handle this lengthened position that we use so much in pole. When we reach the end of our hip flexion range of motion, we will generally tuck our pelvis under. That pelvic tuck allows us to bring our legs even closer to our torso, but it's actually two different components, the hip flexion and then the pelvic tuck. In fact, we hardly ever just do hip flexion in isolation, and our position on the pole, the degree of hip flexion, and the other joint movements involved all impact the muscular engagement. For example, upside down in an Aisha, our hamstrings and glutes are probably going to be more active because they're contracting isometrically to help hold our legs in the air, resisting the downward pull of gravity, versus when we're right way around and really using the strength of our hip flexors to lift our legs up.